And we are live, guys. What's going on? I want to personally welcome you to the Coach Beast Show, where we talk all things youth football, coaching, strategy, tactics, and most of all, this is where your questions are answered as a youth football coach. I am your host, Coach Beast. Man, I'm really excited about the show today. We're going to get into X's and O's a little bit today, man. Really excited. We're going to talk about the single wing offense. All right. A lot of you guys have asked about the single wing offense. Y'all want me to go over it, and you got it. Your wish is my command, right? So we're going to talk about the single wing offense. Of course, the biggest thing for me is we're going to have live Q&A. I want to be able to answer your questions. Who is the single wing offense for? What are the benefits, the pros, the cons, you name it, the whole 9 yards. And, to be honest, guys, with you, the single wing offense has been here so long and it's been so tried and true. It's a reason why that's been the case, right? Because it's very dominant. And we're going to talk about why the single wing offense has been so dominant. All right, guys. So without further ado, you know what we finna do. I want to get a new name for this segment, right? We call this segment Shout Out Your City, right? I think it's better to say shout out yourself. What y'all think about that? Shout out yourself, shout out your team, just I don't know, the shout out. Y'all give me some recommendations in the comments. But right now, what we're going to do is my favorite part of the show. I want you to shout out your city and state. And also, if you coach a youth football team, we want you to shout out your team. I want to give you guys some love before we get started. And as always, shout out to Coach Eric from Huntington, West Virginia. He's in the house representing from West Virginia. Let's see who else we got here. Come on, guys. Let's drop them. Drop your city, state. Drop your team. Let's get it. Let's get it pumped. Let's get it exciting. You know what I'm saying? This is your time to shine, guys. Shout out to Coach Nilsson. What's up, my guy? From Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to Coach Best. Oh, I like that. The Georgia Academy Gladiators. Shout out to you, Coach. Thank you for joining the show. Let's see. Who else we got? Y'all shy? Y'all don't want to shout out today? Y'all don't want no love today? All right. Shout out to Coach Norris, Bakersfield, California. Shout out to the Rockets. Thank you, Coach, for joining the show. Big shout out to you. Coach Campbell, shout out to you, Coach, from Columbus, Indiana. Coach Deuce is in the house, as always. Shout out to you, Coach Deuce, from Grand Junction, Colorado. We got, Coach Kelsey from LaGrange, Georgia. I hope I said that right. Shout out to the Cardinals. 2-year champions running the single wing, baby. Oh, yeah. So you already know. Hey, Coach, you already know about the single wing, right? You already know how dominant it can be. All right. Shout out to FX Commissioner and Coach of Peninsula Panthers, Newport News, Virginia. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining the show. Let's see who else we got here. We got Coach Leaf from Chicago, one of my favorite cities to visit. Shout out to you, Coach. We got Coach Jay in the house from the Philly Sturgis Hornets. I hope I said that right, Coach. Shout out to you. We got Coach Garrett in the house. Go Blue Devils from Green Castle, Pennsylvania. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing nobody. Y'all coming in strong, coming in hot. I love it. Shout out to Coach Nate, the ruler from North Little Rock, Arkansas, representing the C&A Wolf Pack. Man, that's awesome. Let's keep it going. 30 more seconds here, guys. Let's see. Shout out to, I already did this one. Shout out again to Coach Garrett. Go Blue Devils from Green Council, Pennsylvania. And let's see. Coach said, beast up. Let's go. I'm going to shout out my damn self. Shout out to Coach Beast from Hoover, Alabama in the house. Shout out to Coach Beats from Hoover, Alabama, representing the East Side Warriors. Shout out to Coach Beats representing the Holt Lions. Shout out to Coach Beats representing the Holt Ironmen. Shout out to Coach Beats representing the Alberta City Tornadoes. Let's go. Hey, I had to shout out all of my programs that I built, man. Shout out. Let's see. We got Coach Miller in the house from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Shout out to you. We got Coach Allen in the house from Prosper, Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth Bruins 12U team. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right, guys. With that being said, if y'all ready for the show, give me a hell yeah in the comments. If you ready for the show, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Yeah. Let me see him. Let me see him. Right. And guys, while y'all are giving me a hell yeah in the comments, let's go ahead and pay the bills a little bit. This episode is brought to you by Beast Out You, the ultimate resource for youth football coaches who want to dominate the game. Whether you're looking for winning playbooks, powerful formations, or expert coaching strategies, Beast Out You has you covered. Stop guessing and start coaching like a champion. And of course, guys, as you know, Beast Out You is my business. It's where you can get the best playbooks in the world. This is for coaches who not only are winners on the field, but want to be winners in every aspect of their life and who want to make youth football great again. Let's go. Let's go. Man, super excited about the show today, guys. So, first and foremost, like I said, guys, you know, I really want to, this show is for you guys, right? Like, I really want to break down and answer questions for you guys as it relates to the single wing, okay? So this is going to be more interactive. It's going to be more, you know, a little more practical, right? And, you know, my goal is to answer questions, right? Because I know a lot of you guys may want to run the single wing. You got questions about the single wing, but you're not 100%, you know, sure if it's for you. And so this is going to be an opportunity for you to be able to have your questions answered. So with that being said, guys, let's pull up the single wing, the Beast single wing offense. All right, y'all give me a minute. Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see that. All right, let's see. Booyah, booyah. Put one in the comments, guys, if you can see that, and we'll go ahead and get started. Let's see here. And y'all bear with me too, because I'm using PowerPoint, and it's a little separate from the window here. And shout out to you for show, the Patterson Junior Tigers 12U team in the house. Shout out to you, coach. Shout out to all of you guys. Okay, y'all can see it. Great, great, great. So, a few things I want to get to, guys. All right. I love the single wing offense. I've always loved the single wing offense. I'm one of those guys who love old school formations. Always have. Always will. Right? Like, I love the single wing, the flex bone, the double wing, the beast, the wishbone, the T formation, right? The diamond formation. Like, these formations are tried and true. And I hate when people try to crap on these type of formations. Say, ha, 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 you know, this not football. Oh, this is, you know, this obsolete. You know, you're not teaching the kids the game of football. That's like talking crap about your grandmama or your granddaddy and saying, well, you don't listen to your grandma and granddaddy. They full of crap. Ha, they don't know what they talking about. Like, these formations are what made football, right? These formations are what, you know, really made most of you guys, I know it made me fall in love with the game of football, right? And I hate when people try to talk crap about the single wing offense like it's like this obsolete formation. It didn't exist, all of this stuff. The single wing formation has been here just about the beginning of football. Okay. For those who don't know, I'm a big history nerd. And, you know, for those who don't know, football started in 1869. All right. It started in 1869. And I believe it was Rutgers and either Harvard or Yale who played the first game. Some of you guys who are football historians, you know this, correct me. I know it was Rutgers, but it was either Harvard or Yale, if I'm not mistaken, that played. And so in the early 1900s, guys, the single wing offense was it. It was the ish. This is where the traditional single wing kind of birthed out, kind of came. This is where the beast offense came, right? This is the people fail to realize, you know, Yale University, Harvard, Rutgers, like we can look at these Ivy League schools now and say, well, these schools are trash, right? But these are the schools that started the game of football from the beginning, right? So I got a lot of respect for these schools like Yale University, Harvard, Rutgers, Notre Dame, these kind of schools, right? Because this is the genesis of how football actually began. And so when people try to crap on these formations, I'm like, dude, you don't know your history. That's like talking about somebody's grandma. That's like talking about somebody's grandma saying, well, your grandma was stupid. She don't know what she was talking about. She don't know how to raise kids. You know, she may not know how to raise kids, but if she got the receipts to show that it's been tried and true for over 110 years, 15 years, obviously something works with it, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, guys. That's my little rant. That's my little tangent today on people who don't really understand what the single wing offense is. All right, anyway, let's get to it. All right, so we're going to go over the beast single wing offense, guys. And of course, this is my playbook here that you can just go to the playbook store and get it if you're interested. If not, have fun and, you know, watch this, because, you know, I would hate for anybody to, you know, steal my plays and stuff. We're going to have problems if y'all steal my plays. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. For a lot of you guys, if you know what I'm talking about. So first things first, you know, I really want to put an emphasis on the positions real quick. And I think it's really important to highlight this, because really with the single wing offense is very different. You have the quarterback here at the 1, right? And then you have this super back right here, which we'll talk about once we get into the formations, which is a very unique hybrid style player, right? Then you got a blocking back as your 3. And then you got, of course, the wing back or the flanker, whatever you want to call them, right? So, you know, I try to really break down like terminologies and things of that nature that you may not know about or may not understand. And look, some of these plays got wide zone concepts in there. They got inside zone, outside zone. But I'm here to tell you, if you got a team and you just want to like have a simple blocking concept and strategy, right? Guys, just down block. Just teach your kids how to down block and you'll be okay. Down blocking, drive blocking, you'll be okay. Now, once you get, you know, your kids become more advanced in blocking and they become more, what's the word I'm looking for? They become more seasoned in blocking. Now you can start implementing the other things. Because here's my principle, guys. I want my team to be the best blocking team in my league, but I want my team to master simplicity. So we start with down blocking with practice, right? We start with down blocking, then we go to drive blocking, and then we start working with zone blocking as the season go along. And that's just how we do it. So what we're going to talk about the unbalanced single wing formation. And we also going to talk about the wildcat formation, which we got in the playbook called the wild beast formation. Okay. So the first play that I really want to address for you guys, and of course, if you got questions as we go along here, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. My Instagram people, if you got a question, what I want you to do is I want you to go over to my YouTube channel where the show is going on and drop your question there, okay? Because I'm only answering questions from the YouTube channel, okay? So I'll put a link in the description in a minute, and you can be able to go over there, or you can go now and just type in Coach Beast. You'll find me. We'll be live. All right. So I had a coach ask me yesterday. He wanted to know, how do I teach wedge blocking? Now, for those who don't know, the wedge blocking the wedge play, in my opinion, is one of the absolute best plays I ever had, right? Because it's just unstoppable, guys. Like, there's games where we played teams and we just wedged them all game. All game, we only ran 1 or 2 plays because they couldn't stop it. They didn't adjust the whole 9 yards. Okay, so what makes the wedge play so effective? What makes it effective is that it maximizes on the strength of your offensive line to the fullest. Okay, if your offensive line do not push back their players, they're doing something wrong. Okay, the wedge, what it does is it creates a moving wall. And what I love is when you create this wall, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you in a sec, it creates this moving wall in the interior. Let's do it now. That starts with this center, right? The center is the point guy. Then you got the guard here. That's going to be shoulder to shoulder. This is key, guys. It's going to be shoulder to shoulder with the center, like so, okay? And then you're going to have the tackle and the tight ends, whatever. Shoulder to shoulder. We pressing shoulder to shoulder, like so. So what's going on is when the quarterback gets the ball, what I teach is I want my quarterback to be right here on the backside of the center, okay? The backside of the center. So he's going on the backside of the center. What we're doing is we are totally collapsing this defensive line. We're totally dismantling the trenches, right? And once the guys go second level to those linebackers, I teach my guys to disperse, okay? You can say any keyword you want. It can be explode, release, whatever term you want to use with your guys. Go. And once the quarterback says go, this line is going to separate, okay? They're going to separate. You want them to separate at the second level, which is about 5 to 10 yards, okay, off the ball. So once they separate, like so, what it does is it allows that quarterback to pick his running lane. Usually, what I love to do is he'll go on the backside of this center, right? When they explode, usually the running lane is going to open up either here or here. Okay. Now, like literally while I'm talking to you guys, like I'm like memorizing, I'm remembering like my quarterbacks who ran the wedge, and usually the lane opened up on the left side. Boom. And he's gone. It is just such a devastating play, guys. It's just, especially on the youth football level, because most youth football defenses don't practice to stop it. They don't know how to adjust. They don't know, really kids, they're not even taught gap fits, right? Not for real. Like, shoot the gap, but not gap fits, gap discipline. And it doesn't matter if you're going against a big defensive line or a little defensive line, okay? So the way, you know what, before I continue on, let me get to y'all questions real quick. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Forgive me. All right. Y'all bear with me. Do we have any questions so far, guys? Or are y'all good? If y'all good, give me a 1 in the comments, all right? Give me a 1 in the comments if y'all good. Make sure. I really don't want to get ahead of myself today because I know a lot of you guys want to run the single wing offense. And, I'm a beast guy. And let me give you a little history, too, of when I started running the single wing. So my second year of coaching, we implemented the single wing. I had a small team my second year of coaching back in 2008. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you the kind of guys I had on the team in terms of skill set and personnel. So my quarterback was still the smartest guy on my team. He was my game manager, things of that nature. Now my two, he was more again the superback. He was my hybrid guy. Now you can argue and say this is like the best player, maybe the best guy on your team. Okay, he can block if you need him to block. He can run if you need him to run. He can take a direct snap if you need him to take a direct snap. Okay, my three guy, he was kind of a block. He was mainly a blocker, and we really used him to clean out. So we had like a fullback type, a very physical type of kid right here, and then our four, which is our wingback. Who loves a wingback, man? I love a wingback. I always love the wingback position, right? This was more of our speed guy. He was a speed demon for us, okay? And he could flex and do all the things that you would do traditionally if you was running the beast offense, okay? So I want to break that down with the skill guys. All right. Now with the offensive line, guys, it's the same for me. Like whether it's the beast offense or the single wing offense, is that I like to have my smartest kid at center. I like to have my big guys on the interior right here at guard, right? Then we got our inside tackle, outside tackle. My inside tackle, I want him to be big, but really just I like for him to be big, but maybe the shorter one to get leverage. So when he's down blocking, he's really able to kind of wash the defensive line down or even climb second level. The same goal for the outside tackle. Like this guy is probably a little taller, a little bigger. He may be the best blocker on the team. One of these two are usually the best blocker on the team right here. And then, of course, the tight end is going to be the tight end. I like for my tight ends to be smart too. But usually my tight ends are a little long, a little lanky, hybrid player. I don't like just having my tight end be a blocking tight end. Maybe I'm a little biased because I played tight end and I was a blocking tight end in the wing T offense. I like for my tight end to be able to get the ball, play the intermediate game a little bit, play the quick game a little bit. So, this kid may be a little lanky, a little, athletic, but he may be a little, big. Let me put it in perspective for you. If the kid is like real close to the weight limit, right, where he's like maybe 5 pounds over or 5 pounds under, 5 pounds underweight, that's a good sign that kid may be a tight end. He's right there on the cusp. So I would put a kid like that at tight end. All right. So that's basically what we do with the wedge play. Remember, guys, we do shoulder to shoulder contact. And so we rep the wedge play at half speed at practice. We started off slow because number one, you want to get the kids comfortable and acclimated to this type of blocking, right? And we go with 0-foot splits. Okay, Leah, let me break this down and let me look at y'all real quick. Let me switch here. Okay. So we go with 0-foot splits first and foremost. And then, this is the big thing. This is very important, guys. We go 0-foot splits because we don't want any space. We want to create a wall. Okay. And the kids are going to be shoulder to shoulder. So inside shoulder to their inside guy. Okay. Inside shoulder to your inside guy. And I'm going to get to y'all questions in one sec, guys. Forgive me. So once we do that, again, we're repping it very slow, very slow. It may take 2-3 practices just of reps, right? Just to perfect it. This is the sign you're teaching it right, okay? We will put coaches as defensive linemen with the pad, right? If your coaches are getting ran over and blew up, they're blocking right. Okay. If look, my big ass used to be a defensive lineman out there with the blocking pad when we run the wedge. At that time I was 310 pounds because, fun fact, I was trying to be a strong man. I was training to become a strong man. Them really big guys who lift heavy shit. That's what I was training to become. And so I was really big. And so I had that, that pad, me and another coach, and we wanted to make sure they had the proper push. And man, them kids was blowing me up, pushing me hard. And I was using all my strength and leverage to try to get through. And so when they're pushing you back, you know what I'm saying? If they're pushing you back and you can't do nothing, you trying your best to get through, they're doing it right. And when they do it right the first time, rep it 5, 10, 15 times, okay? Rep it until they get bored. Rep it until they say, Coach, man, can we do something else? And when they say that, do it 5 more times and you'll be straight. All right? Okay, let's see. Great question, Coach Eric. He says, any particular reason why the jet motion on the wedge? Yes. So this is window dressing. This is window dressing at its best. And you know, guys, I love window dressing in different motions. So, one of the big reasons why we want to, use this 3 guy to go into motion. Let me switch here so I can have my cursor here. So the reason why we want our 3 guy to go into motion here, right, is we want to catch the eyes of those linebackers and we want to have them flow. We want to catch them off guard with the flow. So as soon as the quarterback get the ball, first of all, we got our super back here. He's going to kind of help push this wall, okay? He's going to kind of help push and reinforce. Now, while this going on, these linebackers should be flowing right here, okay? They're going to be flowing. And so we want a window dress to give ourselves leverage and create a level of deception. So when we go second level with this quarterback, right, he's gone. Like by the time the linebacker actually realized what the hell's going on, it's already, too late. It's already too late. It's over. So that's why we do that, Coach. Let's see here. Coach Garrett, he said, how do you communicate with the refs about your change of traditional position just up front before the game? Having 2 tackles on the right and the Y on the left might mess certain refs up. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Coach. What you want to do? Oh, I see what you're saying right here. What you want to do is just talk to the refs before the game. Like that's a big thing, especially like if you're running the beast with that off. That unbalanced line and you have that tight end on that backside right there, you want to talk to the refs because every ref not the same. Y'all know this. Y'all already know. Like every ref isn't the same. You would get a ref that's like, oh man, okay, cool, I got you. And then you'll get a ref like, I don't think this legal. I don't think I don't know. It just depends on the ref. How many people ran into a ref, right, where you would talk to them before the game and they like, okay, cool, thanks for letting me know. And you good, right? And then you talk to another ref and he's like, no, you ain't doing that. They just a dick, right? Just an absolute asshole. So that's what I do, Coach. I talk to the ref. Usually I build great relationships and rapport with the refs though anyway, like they know me. So, and that's very intentional. You become a ref's friend. If you are the guy, if you the coach that's always fussing and a hothead and in the giving the refs a hard time, you are screwing up. Because if you make the refs mad, you're going to be playing against the team you're playing against and the refs. That's the last thing the refs want. They don't want to feel disrespected. They don't want to feel belittled in any kind of way. So it would be to your advantage to make friends with the ref. And I mean, sometimes the ref will even help you out if you make friends. The ref will walk by and say, hey, you got 2 timeouts, coach. You got another timeout. You know what I'm saying? You just messed up my play. Coach Nielsen said, yes, messed up my play. So yeah, like, build relationships with the ref. That's going to be huge because if you don't, man, look, a ref can give you hell if you fuss. And I had a coach who used to do that. Like, I call him the hothead coach. And like during the game, I'm like, I got the relationship built with the refs. Y'all cheating, man, y'all cheating. What's got to do, bro? You got to chill out and let me handle this. Like, I know this guy. Let me talk to him. Some guys, just go off. Yeah, exactly. The illegal formation calls can be crazy. Exactly. I'm like, what you talking about? We got 4 guys in the backfield. That's it. We don't have 5 in the backfield, right? But see, a lot of guys who like coach, let's just be honest, guys, about it. Some of these refs don't know what the hell they're talking about, right? All right, so another play we love to run. Of course, you got the sweep plays in the single wing, right? We love the sweep plays in the single wing. It sets the tone, guys. I love wide zone. I'm not going to stay on wide zone too long for you guys because, like, if you're just installing this, I wouldn't recommend doing wide zone quite yet. I want you to really master down blocking, okay? Down blocking, inside gap. Block your man in the inside gap. There's nobody inside gap. Climb to the second level, get to those linebackers, reach those linebackers, okay? So another thing that we did, guys, of course, you got like the counter plays and things of this nature. And it's crazy because, like, when I think of the single wing offense, I think of it like the beast offense, but with more misdirections, right? With a few more misdirections, especially if you're running like the beast 1.0 offense. The beast 1.0, offense is more north and south, right? The 2.0 is more east and west. The 3.0 is all of the above. It's very versatile, orbit motions, return orbit motions, things of that nature, right? I kind of put it in that category of that the 3.0. You know what I mean? Where it's just more misdirections, it's more counters. You got the core plays, you got the wingback counters, which is one of my favorites, where, I have it where you can pull your guard coming across to help clear out, right? And this is one of my favorite plays that you can run. We used to have a kid, man, it's so long ago. His name was Dre, I believe it was. Man, it was long ago, like 14, 15 years ago. And he was very fast kid. And I just had this play designed for him to just basically do. It's like basically an end around. We call it a counter, but it was just basically an end around, right? So it snapped to the super back. You think the super back is going to the outside and got the lead blocker, and then your wingback just kick it around. Like, can y'all see that touchdown right there? Can y'all see that explosive play? Now, again, you want to rep this. If you're not comfortable pulling this guard, that's okay. Don't pull him. Just have him block down, okay? It's that simple. Just have him block down. And then we got our spinner plays. Guys, I'm going to be honest. We didn't do the spinner plays as much, okay? I didn't run the spinner a lot. We did it a little bit at practice, but we never ran it during the game because we felt like we didn't have to, okay? When I'm calling plays, and usually what I like with my offense is I want us to play extremely fast. So we're not very deceptive as it relates to spinner plays, right? We're very deceptive as it relates to our emotions and our motions and our window dressing and things of that nature, right? Now, again, this is why I say when you run these formations, you get these playbooks, you're going to find your own little styles and tweaks, right? Where you say, man, yeah, I like pulling the guard. I love pulling my guards, right? And then you may say, you know what? No, I'm just going to do what Coach Beast does. And, Coach Beast like down blocking. And so that's what we do. All right, guys, let me get to your questions here. All right. Odie says, Coach, do you like run your beast bags over the tackle instead of behind the guard? Now, are you talking about the beast formation, Coach, or the single wing? A lot of single wing coaches like to snap the beast back since he's hidden in that sniffer position. I got you. My bad, man. I kind of read and kind of processed before time. For me, I like him over that guard, right? Because it's an extra level of deception, right? I like that extra level of deception. Now, he may be on the inside shoulder of the guard, right? You can have him right behind the guard and on the inside shoulder of the guard. And usually that kid is about 3 yards off the ball or so. Excuse me. Yeah, he's about 3 yards off the ball. The quarterback, the one, he's about 4 or 5 yards off the ball. Again, guys, I like to play really fast. Really fast. I like quick snaps. Go. Right. So we play really fast like that. So my guys will be 3-4 yards off the ball, opposed to, like, some teams will be like 5 to 7. Like the ball snapped and it's just in the air forever, and the quarterback reaching up trying to get the ball and trying to run. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that. What we do, we like to play really fast and quick and explosive. All right. Coach Francis, man, how you doing? Says, in my experience, the refs always like a heads up. Yeah, absolutely. No huddle and explain we are a single wing team and we shift pre-snap. Most refs are fans of football and love old school stuff. Absolutely, 1,000%. 1,000%. Just talk to the ref before the game. That's why I tell people all the time. You get guys, like, if I'm talking about the beast offense and they see that tight end over there, they like, well, that tight end is illegal. I never, ever had a flag thrown on me or a legal formation call with the X over there. Y'all see that X over there? Right here? Like, I never had, like, any kind of legal formation call with my unbalanced line. So you just need to talk to the ref. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I must confess that half of the time I didn't even talk to the refs about that. I just didn't. And we never had a call. Now, my league is different from your league. Don't follow me on that. If you know that the refs in your league are strict or they're funny or whatever, communicate with them. That's the proper thing to do. That's absolutely the right thing to do. Most of these plays feel like 12U and up. In my limited experience, what's your thoughts, Beast? I actually agree with you on that to a big extent. Okay, so most of these plays are very advanced, and a lot of these are for that 12U up, junior high, JV, high school, right? I mean, like, the single wing is, you got colleges running single wing, right? So a lot of these plays, like especially this spinner play, I wouldn't run that with a 8U team, right? Now, my one caveat with the coach is that you line up in this single wing, and I'm gonna blow your mind in a minute. You run the single wing, and then just run your basic plays, your sweeps, your counters, your dive plays, your off tackle plays. Just keep it simple, right? But this is the beauty of the single wing, at least in this playbook, right? I got the Wildcat formation. We call it the Wild Beast formation, just because yours truly is Coach Beast. But this is the Wildcat formation, right? And so we will run the Wildcat, right? And this is what we ran my first year of coaching. We called it Jet. And this was before the Wildcat became like a really popular thing, like in NFL and stuff. We just called it the Jet, right? And it's basically just the Wildcat. We'll have our 3 in motion. You either give or you keep, right? Very simple. Very simple. Now, right here, I have inside zone blocking concepts. You don't have to do that. Dry block, helmet to helmet, helmet on helmet. That's all you have to do with your kids. You're going to be okay. Or down block, okay? That's all you have to do. Now, again, we got the play where now we faking it to the guy and the quarterback keeping it, right? Looks familiar? Boom. We had a team in our league, and in our league, a lot of teams like to run the Wildcat, but we had a team in our league years ago that ran this formation really well to perfection. We ran it really good too, but we had fun in the Maryland I formation and the single back formation. We ran that a lot, and then we'll go into our jet when we really want to kind of stretch the field a little bit. But we had a team that was just a Wildcat team. They only ran like 4 or 5 plays out of it. And, man, they made it deep in the playoffs. I think they got beat by the eventual champions that year. But, man, they ran it so much. I was like, man, they look good. They smooth. They're silky with it, So what I would say, coaches, is if you let's say you coach 6U. Who is this for, right? 6U, 7U, 8U. You will love the Wild Beast formation, okay? Very simple, direct snap. the quarterback is going to give it to, give it to the motion guy, the 3-back, or he's going to keep it, right? Very simple concept. Now, if you see here, I got the wedge in here. I got the wedge of steel, nasty, going in motion, faking it, following the offensive line with the wedge, okay? Let's see what else we got here. Again, now we get into different blocking concepts, right? We got the wide zone here. Again, you don't have to do the wide zone. We like doing wide zone personally because we go wide zone, and now our quarterback, as he goes in the field stretches, he can either bounce it to the outside, he can bounce it back, or he can go straight off tackle. And we go through drills and things of that nature, rep it, so he know how to read his running lanes and cut it up or whatever he does, right? So like that's what we do in that situation. All right, let's see here. Let me get to y'all questions. Let's see. How do I coach directional snap? I rep it, coach. Very simple. Just like, okay, something I do with my quarterback and center is I have my quarterback and center spend a lot of time together to really develop, right? They before practice, I really like my quarterback and my center to come even before practice and stay a little bit after practice to rep, right? And even if I'm out there with my center, I'm telling him, all right, look, I'm like in the zone right now. So when he's in a 3-point stance, I always like my center to look between his legs just to make sure he knows where the quarterback is and things is perfectly aligned. I'm kind of old school. I know a lot of teams are using the center to have the nose of the ball. Like they'll have the nose of the ball and they'll snap. I still like my center to have the ball on the thread, right? So, I have him look between his legs and then he just rep it. And I like my center. I don't like him to use his arm. Like, how like some kids will like use their whole arm to snap the ball and the ball go over the head of the quarterback. I like for my center to use his wrist. You see the numbers of that quarterback, flick it to the numbers. Flick it to the numbers. If you see that skill guy, and that's who you're supposed to snap it to from a directional standpoint, look at the number, flick it to the number, and use your wrist. Just let me see, move the camera at. Flick it, just flick it, And I will probably, guys, I don't do a lot of outside videos, but I may do a video about this on how I teach my center, because I can show you better than I can tell you being out. I go to my backyard and all that good stuff and show that to y'all. Y'all like that? I'll probably make like a separate video of it so we can do it. Great question, man. Let's see. Mine ready to be blown. Absolutely. Great question, Coach. So Coach want to know how young do you feel comfortable with shotgun snaps? I'm probably one of those liberal guys when it comes down to the shotgun snaps. I feel like if you got a center that can do it, right? Like I've seen teams like 6U, 7U do shotgun and they look good doing it. The problem is if you don't have a true center that can actually do it, I wouldn't do it. I just go under center. Or if you can't develop a kid to do it, I wouldn't do it. Like if you got a kid that botched the snap, let's say 20% of the time, 10% of the time, I'm not finna run shotgun, right? But if you got a kid that's pretty consistent and pretty good at it, run it, man, at any level. More power to you on it. Me personally, with my squad, now I coach 12U now, but with my 10U squad I coached back in the day, we did shotgun and we was good because we had the center to do it and I was able to coach it, teach it. It was easy for me to teach it, all of that good stuff. But guys, don't make the mistake. Please, please, please don't make the mistake of, trying to run shotgun or spread and you don't have the kids to run it. Biggest mistake I see in youth football. Or one of the biggest, right? These guys, have, and I love playing against these teams because I know we're gonna dominate. is that, they'll try to run spread 2-by-1 or something like that, and they'll probably have a kid going into motion, and then as soon as the ball snaps, the ball goes straight over the head of the quarterback. Like, seem like every other play, the ball go over the head of the quarterback. And it just makes it easy for us to eat, right, on defense. Very easy. All right, let me check over here with my Instagram, folks, to make sure I didn't miss anything. I know I said I wasn't going to answer anything, but I don't want you to feel like the lonely stepchild or something like that. Okay, we good. So, guys, do we have any questions? Any more questions on the single wing offense, the Wildcat, or the Wild Beast, and all of that? Coach Dew says you can move your backs up to shorten the distance for him to snap. That's very true. Rep the hell out of it. That's the key. That's the key, guys. Reps. Hey, I think that's going to be a shirt concept. Reps. What y'all think about that? Like reps. Like that's the key to a lot of this, guys. You want to rep the hell out of everything that I'm talking about. You want to rep the hell out of the snaps. You want to rep the hell out of the wedge, the blocking. Like, that's how kids get better and develop. Remember, teach, critique, and repeat. Again, teach, critique, and repeat. That's how the kids get better. You teach them the right technique, the right fundamentals, the right skills. Then you critique it according to how they are executing it, right? So if he keeps flinging his arm back and throwing the ball over the head of the quarterback or your head or whoever, like, you got to critique that. You can't be like, oh, it's okay, man. No, like, okay, this is what you did wrong. You using your arms too strong. You using too much power. Did you aim? Did you look at the numbers on the jersey? Like, did you do everything you was supposed to do, right? And then you had them repeat it. And if they do it right, sprinkle the motivation in there. Good job, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, right? And then let's do it again. Boom. You may do it right. Let's say he do it wrong. All right, this is what you did wrong. Let's straighten it up. Take your time. Take a deep breath, all right? And then do it again. And you just rep it. And then don't expect the kid to get good, of course, day one. He's going to get better over time. Right? That's how you do it. And to Coach Deuce's point, I like my quarterback to be about 4 yards off the ball. I don't like him being all the way back and, like he finna punt, the damn ball, right? I like him to be about 4 yards back, 3-4 yards back. That's me, right? Now, if you like your guy 5 yards back, and I'll say this, and this is a gem, guys. This is a gem. You want to communicate with your quarterback to see what he likes, because you may have a quarterback that's uncomfortable being too close, right? He want to be back just a little bit. Communicate with your quarterback to see what he prefers. That's really important, to have a quarterback you trust and he trusts you and he's comfortable communicating with you as to, what he likes, okay? What is the process you use to determine who is right for the position that you envision? Are you talking about the quarterback, coach? Or are you talking about the center? Let me know. Let me know. Let me see here. Oh, well, here we go. As in, do you have different processes for different positions depending on what you're looking for? Yes, sir. Absolutely. So let me tell y'all guys how I kind of do my positions and all of this good stuff, right? So we have the first week of fall practice. Okay, we do what we call a combine. Okay, we do our combine for 3 days, right? When we do this, the first thing we're looking for, number one, we're trying to determine who are our big boys, who are our skill guys, right? Once we're able to split that up, now we're doing the 40-yard dash, and we're timing them. My coach has got the notepad, all of that. A coach got the timer, and we're checking on speed, right? We do that. And then, we have, what's up, Vincent, man? I hope you're doing good, brother. And then we have agility drills. We have the combine passing drill, which is basically a quarterback to wide receiver drill, and we put every kid through that cycle, guys. And I posted a video about a week ago about the quarterback combine drill. I did that I put that on Instagram and I think YouTube Shorts. Check it out when you get a chance, because our quarterback combine drill is very similar, where we're trying to see how the kid responds under pressure. How comfortable is the quarterback? What's his technique? What's his style? Right? What's the wide receiver skill, guys? How do they hit those cones? How do they catch? What's their natural ability? Right? So we're taking the data and we're grading, right? Like if the kid catch 5 out of 5 passes, and we have them going like 3 rounds with the combine, so they get 3 chances to do this. If they catch 5 out of 5 passes, and then 4 out of 5 passes, and then do 5 out of 5 passes, we're like, okay, this kid got the potential to be a good wide receiver, right? But if we got it where, you got a kid, first time he we catch 3 out of 5, the next time 1 out of 5, and then 2 out of 5, okay, we know, okay, he's fast, he's quick, but he can't catch a cold buck naked in the winter, right? So, we go through that process. And the big thing I look for in both of my quarterback and my center guys, I want this kid to be smart as hell. You hear me? I want that kid to be smart, meaning he's calm, he's poised. Because, see, the thing about smart kids, and no disrespect to the kids that's not as intelligent, the thing about a lot of smart kids, though, is that they know they're low-risk kids. Like, they're not going to be a hero and try to make a play when all you need to do is manage the game, right? A lot of coaches will put their best player maybe at quarterback or running back, and you expecting him to be a playmaker. Well, I like my quarterbacks to be a game manager more than a playmaker. I love my dual threat kids, but I want him to be ice cold. I want him to have, cold. What's the thing the basketball players do? I want to have ice in his veins, right? So, yeah, exactly, coach. Like, smart's oversized at center. Exactly. Give me a smart kid who's going to snap that goddamn ball, consistent. You almost forget that he's on the field because the ball just snapped back every single time, opposed to some big kid that snaps the ball and he's all over the place, like a freaking sloppy Joe, right? Like we had a kid, man. Kid y'all not. When I'm about to tell you, I kid you not. And Miss Beast, she can attest. So my championship team offensive line was so good. And we were so like just automatic with snaps and stuff that I always told Miss Beast that our team can beat our all-star team. And like in our league, and this is what's dope about our league, during the all-star game, if number 1 in the league, number 2, you get to be the head coach of the all-star team, and we play at Bryant-Denny Stadium, the University of Alabama, which is awesome. I've been able to do that multiple times, which is just super fire, right? Well, during the all-star team, when we was coaching these kids, right? And I'm gonna start posting pictures, guys, as we like go along with these slides, so I can put things in context for you guys. You can see the guys and see the kids and all of that. But the center of the all-star team, he could snap straight, but under pressure, he go crazy with the snaps. He snap either too high or too low. So much so that my center on my team, he was the backup center. I put him in to start over the other kid because the other kid, even though he was bigger, strong, and quick, the kid kept snapping the ball bad. So I took that kid out, right? So I'm sharing that story as an example of I'd rather get a smart kid that's quiet, that's low risk, right, than get a kid that may be strong, quick, but got bad technique and form, right? Any day. And the key to knowing if a kid is smart or not, guys, is if you teach the kid the technique and they just cannot be consistent with it. No matter what you do, they just can't be consistent. They'll do it right one day. The next day, it's like somebody hit the reset button on them. and you like trying to restart this whole process and crap, right? So just be mindful of the kind of kid you get at center. Hands down, guys, the most critical positions in youth football is that center and that quarterback. Can somebody tell me why the center and the quarterback are the most important piece to an offense or to a youth football unit, period? Somebody tell me why I get some water. Why is the center and the quarterback the most important piece? Exactly. Coach Gary says that's where every play starts. No lies told there. Memphis Self-Made, what's up, man? I hope you're doing good today, brother. So give me a kid that knows the concept of the game. Yeah, real talk. That's huge. Coach Dew says they handle the ball the most and have to know all the calls. Totally agree, 100%. Well said. Coach Vincent said what I would say. They touch the ball every play, just about every play. Actually, the center actually touched the ball every play, right? The center going to touch the ball every play unless he hurt or something, have to come out, you know? So, like, it's important to make sure you got smart, low-risk kids. Like, guys, you're going to laugh when I say this. And shout out to you, Coach Marv, man. Hey, better late than never, man. Hey, look, man. I love you guys so much because when y'all miss the show, y'all give me an excuse. I had a dentist appointment. I had one of you guys, I forget which one of you guys said, hey, I had to work. Now I'm gonna start acting like an employer, guys. I'll be like, look, I need you to bring a doctor's excuse. Give me a goddamn doctor's excuse. Bring it. I need you to email it to me, beastoutU@gmail.com. It's all good, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love the love, man, and the support and the consistency with you guys, man. Y'all rock. Y'all rock, man. Shout out to you, Coach Marv. Man, hey, y'all better not start like emailing me with like goddamn doctor's excuses and stuff. Y'all pointing out, hey, Coach, man, you know, I had a cold. I had a stomach ache. Coach. I couldn't make the show today. I'm sorry, Coach. Please let me stay on the show. This knowledge is legit. Man, I love you guys, man, for real. That's real talk. But like seriously, guys, like I was going to share the story of my first center I ever had. Yeah, man. Hey, guys, y'all gonna realize, man, like I'm a clown, man. I'm a clown for real. Like y'all gonna see my funny side more and more as the shows continue. Let's see here. Hey, Coach Gary said, I got that COVID, Coach. Hey, you got that COVID, bro. You better go and get that shot and wear that mask, man. And I need a picture of you wearing that goddamn mask, brother, because I don't want to get cyber COVID. Cyber COVID. Hey, real talk. What if you can catch COVID through social media? Like we in the chat, and then like Coach Garrett, excuse me, he get COVID. He like, hey, Coach B, I got COVID. Can I get a discount on your playbook, Coach? Can you help me, Coach? Y'all are wild, man. Y'all wild. I don't win, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, Coach Garrett said boost it up, man. That's so funny. Gotta catch COVID like A-Rod, man. Y'all wow. Miss Beast, man. She got the mask on, guys. She got the mask. COVID was crazy, man. COVID was crazy, man. Like that was the wildest time in history, right? Like that was in my lifetime anyway. I've never seen nothing like it. And now all of a sudden, it was funny. Miss Beast and I was talking about this. I think it was yesterday. Now all of a sudden, nobody really talking about COVID like that for real. You know, they'll say, "Well, go and get a shot," but like when COVID really hit, like you thought like the apocalypse was going to happen, right? Like I was watching an NBA game. I was watching that. I think it was the Milwaukee Bucks. I forget the game, but I was watching an NBA game, man, and like literally, like they ended the game because the reports of COVID during the game, right? And I was like, what the hell is going on, right? And then, like, before you know it, the next day, like the whole world changed, like totally freaking changed, right? And then all of a sudden, you like, man, like, is things going to change? You know, and then it's the controversy, like, is COVID real? Is COVID not? You know, like if you think COVID was real, put a 1 in the comments. If you think it wasn't real, it was just like propaganda and just like overblown, put a 2 in the comments for me. And I mean, and it's funny because we live in Bama, and so like of course we'll wear the mask and stuff, but if you go to like a country store, man, you get people like, man, I ain't finna wear no mask, man. I'm free. I'm gonna stay free. I'm not finna wear no damn mask, you know. And so yeah, I got a lot of 2s. Let me do this. Got 2s. I don't win 1. People were dying. Watching games with man, bro, no lie. Watching games with no fans was crazy. Like I don't know who's a WWE fan. I'm kind of a WWE fan. I got out of it and then I got back into it. My daughter got into it. I got back into it. By the way, I bought that. If y'all a gamer, man, I bought this WWE game, the 2K25. That game legit, bro. Game legit. Y'all can follow me at Coach Beast if y'all want to get it. And literally, I made myself. Yeah, I did. But yeah, man, like to go back to y'all points, I do think it was very overblown and kind of crazy. But to Autumn Wynn's point, like, I lost my mom. She had COVID. When I lost her, it wasn't due directly to COVID. She had COVID when she passed, but she died of kidney failure. But then my old boss passed away, and I think he was like 49, 50 years old, former military. He passed away. And so I knew a lot of people who passed away. I had a young friend. She was 32 when she passed. She had COVID, but she had a lot of other complications. So like what I realized about that era, guys, is that a lot of people who had pre-existing conditions, they really, it really would take them out. It was almost like enhanced whatever what's going on with the person anyway. And it was taking people out. And yeah, you're right. Memphis Self-Made. It is still here. COVID's still here. As a matter of fact, my oldest daughter had COVID. She didn't really show any symptoms or anything, but she had it. And she couldn't go to school for like 2-3 weeks. And then my other daughter couldn't either. And then it got to a point with the schools where do y'all remember where they shut down all the schools where all the kids had to do like homeschool, like online courses? Y'all remember that? That's a good point, Coach. He said, is this formation spread out version of the 2.0? I never seen it like that, but that's a good point. It kind of is, right? It kind of is. The 2.0 is a little tighter, but this Wildcat, we used to call this the jet, and we used it to spread out, right? Because we ran the Maryland I formation and the single back offense, which was awesome. And then we'll run this to really get our speed guys out there to the perimeter, right? And, we know the Wildcat is a tried and true formation. I mean, NFL been running it like crazy. I think the Baltimore Ravens still run it, right? Let me see here. Yeah, Eric said 1 and 2 definitely a different type of flu, but it was still used. And you know what, guys? If I'm not mistaken, Miss Beast, correct me. I got sick and I said I had COVID. I don't think I went to the doctor, but man, I did. I don't remember anymore. But like, I was so sick to where like it was like I had like the plague. Like one day I would wake up and it's like I got the flu. The next day, I don't feel like I got the flu. Now I feel like I got a stomach virus. Then the next day, I got like a migraine headache. And then the following day, my hips hurt. And like I'm locked up, like I got arthritis, and I had to get a steroid shot. Like that was a crazy time, y'all. I'm glad we out of it now, but that was wild. People walking around with masks, everybody looking like a Mortal Kombat character. Everybody looking like Sub-Zero, Noob, Saibot, you know, Scorpion. Some of y'all look like Scorpion. Some of y'all look like Rain. Oh man. Hey, facts. If you had Derrick Henry, you're pretty much required to run the Wildcat. Facts. Facts. Back to football. Sorry for the COVID joke. No, it's all good. It's all good. Coach Watson, how you doing, brother? He said, "Do you keep your wide out close so your jet man can get to the outside on the sweep?" Are you talking about which guy you talking about? You talking about the play side wide out or the backside guy? Let me know. I mean, for me, the play side guy, I like to use him to really clamp down. Like, let me say this about my wide receivers, and I know a lot of you assholes are guilty of what I'm about to say, right? Is that sometimes we'll put a kid at wide out and we just use him for blocking, right? We just use him for blocking. With my wide outs, I really like to give him a big purpose, right? So, you know, of course, we got our passing plays and thing, and I know we haven't even went over the passing plays in this playbook, but I like to have a physical play side wide receiver because a lot of teams will put their sorry kid. I hate to say it like that, but they're less talented kid at cornerback. So I like a physical dog that'll bully that kid and then just go second or even third level to a safety, right? So, you know, I would have him out in space. He clear out this let me see here. Let me pull up this on my end. So, you know, he'll clear out this safety. Boom. Now he kind of becomes a lead blocker. Clear him out, push, go. Right? So it's boom, 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 pushing this corner out. Then once this going on, we teach our ball carrier, whether it's the quarterback or whoever, they're running, he's reading the running lane, right? And the way we teach in terms of blocking, we tell our ball carrier to follow the butt of the blocker, the guy in front of them blocking. So if this guy is kicking out, right, like so, he know to just go, right? If he's kicking out here and he's kicking out there, their butts are turned. You just go through the lane, right? That's simple. But you know, sometimes, and this what we teach, and this kind of like our magic sauce, because we know in youth football, usually the linebackers on defense are the most athletic, the most physical, all of that. So we putting our most talented guys on their most talented guys. So we coming out there, the two going to engage. Usually it's going to be that middle linebacker or outside linebacker, depending on who it is. And then what I teach my physical guy, be as physical as you can with this guy. If we get a call like for holding or something, we willing to accept it if we got in the head of that cornerback, and that cornerback don't want to have nothing to do with our wide receiver anymore. We want to play the mental game and totally intimidate that cornerback, right? So we blow this kid up, and what we like to do is just drive this guy 1, 2, 3. Then we want him looking back on the inside for them safeties them safeties to help try to clear out, especially if they're running like a 2 high safety look, like a 4-3 defense or something where it's a 2 high safety. If it's just one safety, we definitely want him to get that guy, because now Our one guy, he's able to really do what he want to do. They can seal block, and he just hit the sideline, you know. Or what like I say, guys, what we really love to do is just have them kind of go in between, and it's off to the races, you know. That's what I pretty much like to do. All right, let me see here. All right, guys, let's see. We're about to wind the showdown, but I want to make sure I get to all your questions. My issue, okay, let me pull this up. My issue have a lot of really good skill players, not a big O-line. Any advice? Yeah, man, I dealt with that problem for about 8 years, coach, where I would have really like 80% of my guys would be skill guys, right? 80% of my guys would be skill guys, and I may have one, maybe two big guys, right? And so what I did was, of course, like the kid that I know got the best vision, the smartest, okay, we're going to put him at quarterback. I'm going to put my two best players, quarterback, running back, whatever. And then we just develop. We develop the hell of our skill guys. And low-key guys, sometimes having skill guys on the line is an advantage, especially if you, let's say you're going against a team with a big defensive line, but they're not very fast, which is a tendency a lot of teams do. They have big boys on the defensive line, but they're not really dogs. They're just big for no reason. They got a big body, but they're a little kid on the inside. And so we teach our guys, man, we double team. When I got a small offensive line coach, we teach not only down blocking, but we'll teach combo blocking. As a matter of fact, you guys who haven't got my offensive blocking drill book yet, make sure you get it. It's free, okay? It's in my playbook store. It's absolutely free. Get it because it's going to show you the drills that we do to do combo blocking and double teams. And so we teach our smaller kids the double team a lot. And now that I have, we get really big kids and stuff, we can go one-on-one, but we still double team. We just play bully ball, But when you got little guys that's really skilled players, double teaming and being quick and athletic is to your advantage. All right. All right, coach. It's dinner time for me too, brother. Man, hey, thank you for coming on the show, coach. I hope to see you tomorrow, guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. I'm not closing out quite yet. I got to do my final words, but man, appreciate the love, man. Me and Miss Beast appreciate you, coach, man. And thank you, man, for your input. Awesome. Coach Duke says, tough to get the kids to buy into the single wing. How do you get your kids to do that? Oh, that's easy for us, man. Day one, we set the tone. Day one, they know I'm the alpha dog. I'm the tribal chief. I'm the beast, right? So I get buy-in to block. Now I tell you this, getting a kid buying into a formation with us is not hard. My thing is day one, I want to get my kids bought into blocking. Getting skill guys saying, hey, getting skill guys together, say everybody on this team got to get good at blocking. If you don't get good at blocking, the carry is going to be limited and that kind of stuff. It get those ears up, right? And so I get my kids bought into blocking and what we do best. And so when I start implementing formations, they don't even, no complaints from the kids. You get the complaints maybe from the parents or from the coaches who don't know what the hell they're talking about half of the time because they're just looking at the formations from their favorite NFL team or from their favorite college football team. And they're like, why are you not running that? Because this youth football. We're not the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're not the Oregon Ducks. We're not the Dallas Cowboys, for what's that worth. And so yeah. So the biggest thing, Coach Deuce, is you want to set the tone day one. You don't want to, not saying you are soft or anything like that. Screw that. I don't even like that word soft, but if you coach the kids kind of soft and you kind of get them this opportunity to just say how they feel and stuff, that's when you kind of run into these problems. But when you set the tone that, we're kind of militant and that's kind of my background, it kind of come natural. Okay, guys. But we set a very militant, mission-driven tone. That's very well said. A mission-driven tone with our kids. So when we get the kids to buy into the mission and to the philosophy, and when I tell them, to Coach Watson's point, you know, I said we're going to master simplicity, and we're going to dominate, and we're going to be the best blocking team in the league, and we're going to be the best tackling team in the league. You know, you got kids like, yeah, yes sir, let's go. You know, and y'all know me, guys. I get pumped, I get excited, I get, you know, I get a little cray, like they say, used to say back in the day, a little cray, and my kids get very savage and crazy too. And then before you know it, you got a bunch of beasts running the beast or running the single wing or running whatever. You know, it's all about culture building, and you know, from that point, Coach. And that's what we do, man. Great question. Where do you place your minimum play kids on offense? Great question. For me, I will put a minimum play kid like at the backside wide receiver, like the boundary. I may put a kid like at at guard somewhere, especially if I got a good tackle and I know my center's legit. You know, Miss Beast says, "Oh yeah, Samoans are ruthless." Speaking of that, guys, Samoans and all of that. Look, and I'm gonna say this before we get ready to close the show, guys. If you guys have been interested in having me come speak to your team, all of that, let me know. I haven't announced it publicly yet or anything, or in on my email list if you own that. But if you want Coach Beast to speak to your team, to your program, to your coaches, you know, just email me, beastoutyou at gmail.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments real quick. Give me 1 sec. Last time I had a typo. I ain't gonna do it this time though. I was so goddamn mad at that typo, guys. Unbelievable. Yeah, so if y'all interested in having me speak or anything like that, just send an email, and then you know we'll talk about all the particulars and things of that nature, and yeah, we'll be good to go. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's it for the show today. I want to give my closing remarks here. Closing remarks is this, guys. You choosing to be a youth football coach, number one, makes you an amazing person. It makes you a leader and makes you an impactor. Whether you like it or not, you are an influencer and you are a hero. Okay. So what you want to do as a hero is find out what you're good at, find out what you're not good at. And then you want to get a staff around you who aligns with your coaching and leadership philosophy, but also is able to really complement you in different ways. So make sure as you go along this youth football season, and this is so important, man. And I kind of hit on this the last show. Get people in your program who are quality people who have the same values and beliefs as you. It's going to reduce so much friction in your program. Like for example, if you are a person that's big on time and you hate drama and BS and all of that stuff, right? Why get somebody that you know is drama filled in your program, right? Me, I love discipline. I love professionalism. I love order. That's just naturally who I am, guys. So why in the hell would I get somebody who is consistently inconsistent and do shit that you know that's going to piss you off, right? So if you want to be the standard in your league, focus on the long game. Don't just focus on this season. Focus on this season as a big building block, especially if you're a first year coach or you got a lot of first time kids. Look at play the long game, because the first year you may be just building culture and your team may not be that good. And then the next year y'all go undefeated and win a championship. Keep the main thing. Trust the process and you're going to be okay, coach. Hell yeah. I hope you guys got value from the show. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And as you know, guys, the show will be tomorrow. Again, we're only doing 3 days a week now, opposed to 4 days a week, because Coach Beast has to recover. Believe it or not, guys, and you may have not noticed this, I'm actually sick. I've been dealing with some stuff, some things. And I'm planning to go to the doctor tomorrow or Thursday to get checked. And so, you know, guys, keep me in your prayers. You know, I'm 283 pounds the last time I checked my weight. I'm trying to get down to 245, 235, somewhere in there. I'm a type 2 diabetic. It runs in my blood. My mom was a diabetic. My dad was a diabetic. So I'm dealing with that a little bit and a few complications. No worries, guys, though. I'm all good. But, you know, guys, I had to go to 3 days a week for my health and just for my recovery with my body, because the show, believe it or not, is not the only thing that I'm doing. Y'all know all the videos I make, the content that I make. You know, Miss Beast and we're in the process of moving, you know, the fam and stuff. So it's a lot going on the back end, and all of that good stuff. I would kind of create a vlog series for you guys, but like I said, my life boring, man. If I did a blog, y'all will see me typing on the laptop. Y'all see me making let me get it real quick. Y'all see me making show notes, and y'all see this shit. Y'all see all this? Let me see. Y'all see all this? Like, these are the things I do. Yet people think I'm freaking stealing a playbook. We talked about that yesterday. K's clothes. We're not going to talk about that no more, right? Right. All right, guys, that's it. I will see you on tomorrow, man. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. If you need anything, just let me know. I am here for you guys. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, win more games, score more points, and beast out, guys. Peace. Have a good one.